Hello and welcome to New Mexico Day Trips. I'm Shelley CARNEY.
And I'm TOBY YOUNIS.
Today we're traveling through Placitas on our way to the backside or the east side of the Sandia Mountains. And it should be a really beautiful day. We're traveling on 550 and going through Placitas. Normally we would go south on I-25 to I-40 and then to the other side of those mountains, and then come in the back to the crest drive, but this is a different way. You have to have good weather for this drive. I know in the past we've tried to come this way and there are some dirt roads that were just unpassable if they were muddy. So we'll see how all that goes and let you know what the roads are like as we get to them.
So although we are going into the Sandia Mountains, we're actually going into, in addition, we're going into the Cibola National Forest. And our mission today is to use a new tool called a nugget bucket. You saw us mention it before, to prospect for some gold. And we have to be very careful because it is a national forest. There's a wilderness to the right of us as we go into it, so we can't do anything in there. But we've only brought the nugget bucket and some water because we're never sure if we're going to find water in the national forest. It's not always there. And we're going to test it, and it's a day trip. So we thought we'd combine what we do on garage prospecting with what we do on New Mexico day trips. Take a day trip to go prospecting, and then I'll turn it into gold, hopefully, when we get back to the next, I don't know, it's not the next episode, but a couple episodes on garage prospecting. There's the library.
There's the library. Placitas Studio Tour Preview Show. So the Placitas Library is supposed to have one of those round
mazes,
meditation mazes that you can walk through. We'll have to go there sometime. They have a nice big
solar panel up
to
front.
Run their electricity for them.
So we are on 550 until we get to I-40, until we go across, until we cross I-25. And then this route turns into 165, and it literally goes up the east side of the Sandia Mountains. They're hills at this point. They're not really mountains. I don't think our altitude gets above 3,000 feet on this road. If we were to continue, it would connect to Route 550. I'm sorry, not 550. The route that goes to Sandia Peak from the east side of the Sandia Mountains.
We do have our map, so we get confused.
Yeah. So we're interested only because we get to do a lot of different things today. Oh, sailboat.
So we have a lot of family coming into town this week, so we wanted to do something close and quick. And the nice thing is we live close enough to places like, we went last week to Jemez and this week to the Sandia Mountains. We live close enough that it's like 30 minutes to get there, and then you're in the forest. So it's just really a great opportunity to enjoy what's close by.
And to take advantage of it. A lot of times we as travelers, and I mean all of us generically, don't take advantage of the things that are closest to us, and this is one of those. We're literally 15 minutes away from being not only in the Cibola National Forest on the left of us as we're traveling up the mountain, but on the right of us
35.
is the Cibola Wilderness. And there's lots of picnic areas, lots of camping spots, just a lot of things, a lot of foresty things to do, so we're very excited about it.
So we're traveling right now through the town of Placitas, where the speed limit is 35. So make sure
Did I get it down?
Slow down.
I'm getting it.
When you get here. Because these small towns and villages do ask that you do that. There's the post office. All right. We're going to connect back with you when we get where we're going.
All right. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so we're up in the Cibola National Forest. I don't know whether you can hear it, but there's a small river rolling behind us.
Small river or a creek.
A creek, I guess.
It's running fast and high
Yeah.
for a creek because it's just still snow runoff.
So we're going to use that as an opportunity to try out a nugget bucket. So you've heard me talk about, I'm going to hang on to that for a sec. The nugget bucket, this is what I've been talking about. It's been around for 8 or 10 years. It was invented by a guy who wanted to take his family out prospecting with him when they were young. There's videos of them out prospecting together when the children are like 8 and 9, around there. He actually took it to Shark Tank, and Shark Tank funded it for him. But let me show you what's neat about it. So it's an all-encompassing prospecting kit. It comes with a set of instructions. It comes with a bag full of things that prospectors use, like snuffer bottles and a magnet, things like that.
A little container,
Yeah.
some plastic tweezers.
And then it comes with a standard kind of prospector shovel. You've seen those before. And then it has some classifiers. They're made of plastic and they fit directly into the bucket. So the first classifier is a 1/4 inch. Then it comes with its own gold pan. And then why don't you do the Vanna thing? Okay, so this is a 1/8 classifier. And then this is, I don't know what they call this, but the idea is that water and pay dirt or concentrates flow through here, out here, and they end up in there. And it also comes with its own bucket because the idea was that you want to get your own water, right? So it comes with a smaller, this is a 3-gallon bucket, I think. And this, so this fits on the bottom, this plastic bowl, and then you put this on top of it, okay? And the idea is that spigot that you should be able to see, I don't know if you can, that spigot that you see there would pour through the classifiers, the water through the classifiers, and the concentrates would end up in that clear plastic bowl, and then the overflow would run out through here. Now, I didn't know whether or not we were gonna find water up here, so I actually brought a 5-gallon container of water with us. I've been driving slow. With us in case we need it, but we found a stream. So the idea is it's self-contained. I didn't bring any other, well, I brought our rock hounding equipment with us, just in case. But we didn't bring any other equipment with us. So the only thing that we have to prospect with is what came with the nugget bucket. And that's what we're going to do today. Like I said, the classifiers, where's the big classifier? So the small classifier goes in there. The big classifier goes in there, and then ideally, we're not going to do it here because, so the plan is we're going to collect some pay dirt today, just about that bowl full, and then I will process that on our garage prospecting channel. But this was the New Mexico day trip for us, and I think we're going to do more of these because we like tripping up into the mountains, and we love finding streams, and this area is very nice. We'll get some shots for you.
So we've driven in about 2 miles, would you say, on this forest road. It's a dirt road. It's a little bit rough, but they do take care of it. Again, like I said, it's got to be good weather so that the roads are dry. And that's what happens when you try to get to the sandias on this side of the mountain.
I didn't turn on my 4-wheel drive. I didn't have to until we were making a turn and I got into some sandy stuff, and I just put it on for safety's sake. I'll turn it off before we go back down. This is not, when it's dry like this, a 4-wheel drive road, and it is not a 4-wheel drive high, meaning you have to have high clearance. It's bumpy and rocky, but it's relatively well maintained unless it's rainy, and then you will need 4-wheel drive because this is that kind of dirt that gets sticky when it gets wet, so it'll get slippery on you. But it's not steep. It doesn't get steep until you're way up near where you meet with the road that leads up to Sandia Peak. other than that, it's okay. We were just passed by you know, a passenger SUV, and they didn't look like they were driving the four-wheel. They were just taking it easy. So, but it is bumpy. I'll say that for it. So we're going to take the camera off the tripod, and we're going to go over there by the river, and we're going to start digging some stuff and watering some stuff, and see how quickly we can get some pay dirt here.
Looks like it might rain this afternoon, so we came out in the morning, wanted to get done and home before noon, so that if the weather rolls in, we'll be all safe and tucked away.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I've got my stick. Do you need a stick?
Nope.
Did you lock the car? We're going all the way over here, so, you know, got to be safe.
So I want to head towards that bend over there that looks like it has a rocky center in it. You know what those are? Those worms are prehistoric worms. Those marks right there. So here's our little stream. I'm sure it has a name, I just don't know what it is. I'll have to look on the map. And
There's a couple of deadfalls and then like a rushy, narrow area there.
I see that area right there.
In the middle?
Yeah,
I don't have waterproof boots though.
I do.
Okay. I'll set the bucket down at the edge then. And we'll switch.
Okay, is the white bucket in there?
Everything's there.
Okay. Somebody was drying their socks and forgot them. So I've got rocks down the middle here, but I've got rocks over there as well. So my boots are waterproof. They're going to get wet. My pants will get wet, but
Could roll them up.
yeah, I guess I could. And really look funny and get my socks wet, so it really doesn't make any difference. So I got to get the bucket out of here. So if we look a little clumsy with this this thing, it's only because it's the first time we've used it. But I've definitely watched a lot of videos, and we're only going to collect enough material to fill the bowl and see if our theory holds true. Now, there were placer deposits in the Sandias, and there were placer deposits in Placitas. There's actually a mining district called the Placitas Mining District. So, whoa! Let's see if I can get down here without, you know what?
Why don't you drop the bucket and hold this instead? I'll hold the white bucket. Just twist it.
Well, did that all wrong. Are these the ones that were in the truck?
That's mine.
Oh,
You didn't bring yours for some reason.
they're in the truck. All right. I may or may not need that, I don't know. Okay, so we're only using tools that came with the nugget bucket. So it's got this little tiny shovel, and I'm going to dig into this right here. I'm going to bring up some of this material. Okay. And the idea is And we're going to keep digging in the same hole further and further down. All right, so we got one classifier. I'll stick that someplace where I don't lose it. Get some water in the white bucket. And we wash off those rocks. That's all we're doing. And you'll see that bowl down there start to fill up. And it doesn't make any difference how much water you throw in here because all the surplus water will spill out the bottom down there, and already is. You can see we're leaving a trail. So I'll put that someplace where it doesn't float away on me. All right, give these rocks a look. So we got some quartz. We got some red and black material, some sulfides. I don't see any big nuggets. But there's a lot of rockhound material up here. Fossil. More quartz. Chert. More chert. More chert. All right, and then we can just throw those back in the river. All right, use those. All right, look at this smaller material. Look for nuggets in there. I think I'm going to wash this just a little bit more. Again, quartz, lots of sandstone. So one of the complaints I heard, one of the complaints that I heard was that the mesh is not a wire mesh; it's a plastic mesh. So it's kind of thick, and sometimes it looks like it captures material and holds it. You can see it right in there, which is not a big deal. And then you put it back together. And let me show you what's happening down here. So you should be able to see, I think. Water flows out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the bowl out so you can see it. So we're already collecting material, and there's black sand on the bottom already, and the heavier material is already there. So what I didn't bring down was something to keep pouring this out into. So
I'll go.
There's the pan, the green pan, gold pan. Would you go get that? Hand me the camera. Okay.
Is it on? Ah!
We've almost lost one of our classifiers there. Good catch. All right. Take that and just dump it into the gold pan.
Into the gold pan?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have a bucket?
I didn't bring, I'm telling you, I didn't bring anything else.
Is it unlocked? Or did you
The back is unlocked.
The back is unlocked?
Yeah. Actually, I suppose you could bring it down here. Bring the gold pan down here. We're going to need it again. Okay, so we've already got some material, and I'm just collecting it from the middle of this stream. You can see it's a lot like other river streams. It's rolling pretty fast. It's cold, and the reason it's cold is because it's from the spring runoff. Way up there in the mountains, there's still snow that's melting. And I don't know if it runs like this all year round. And like I said, I don't know the name of it. I'll have to look on the map and see if it actually has a name. But you know, there's lots of indicators here that says people may have done some fishing down here, I'm guessing. So it is possible it could hold fish. I didn't plan on it, and I didn't bring my license, so. So, okay, here's a good piece of advice. If you're not going to process your gold here or your concentrates here, you probably want to bring another bucket with you so that you can put the, I'll just turn it around here, so that you can put the concentrates in. Right now we'll just put them into the gold pan, and then when we've got 2 or 3 sets of that, we'll put it into the white bucket. Or maybe I can use the white bucket or the gold pan to pick up the water, the wash water. Where is she? Here she comes. So she didn't close the bottom of the truck. I don't know why.
I brought a big empty Tupperware bowl. It's in the back seat. If you want, I can dump it into that.
A Tupperware bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, were you bringing that back to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can you unlock the car?
And are you going to put the tailgate up?
Yeah, when I
Okay,
go back.
good idea. The car is unlocked.
Okay. Do you want this?
No, if you've got that Tupperware bowl, that'll be perfect.
Okay.
So every once in a while what happens is I send Shelley home with some of the food that we didn't eat for dinner or something like that. And I always give her one of my Tupperware bowls to do that, and she was bringing one of them back. So so she's going to go get that. She's going to go back to the truck and get that. I hope she knows she's never put the tailgate up like that. So. She's got the Tupperware bowl. She can't do that.
Oh, hey. Hey.
All right. You can see stream behind me. So I think what we'll do is we'll take 2 more filled containers. Oops. Oh, there she is. All right, just dump it all in the bottom because we're going to run it through the sluice anyway. See any gold in the bottom?
I don't.
All right, we'll find it. Okay. All right, so then you just reassemble it. Don't let anything float away like I did the last time. So the small classifier goes in first, and the bigger one, and wait, where's my shovel? In my bucket. All right, and we keep digging in that same hole. Because gold always wants to go back to the center of the earth. It thinks that's at home. So I'd seen this nugget bucket several times. YouTube was always showing it to me, and I'd watch the video and I'm going like, I don't know. Kind of more fun doing it the other way, but this is actually very cool. Next time I'll wear my boots so I can keep my all you got to do, everything we're doing here is legal because we're not using anything mechanized. For example, since we're in a national forest, you can sluice and you can classify like this, but you couldn't use powered sluice, something that has a pump on it. You certainly couldn't use a high banker because they require a pump. So you can't use anything, they call it mechanized. We need another load for that one. And that's what makes all of this legal in a national forest. Now, across the road is actually the Cibola wildlife area. And you can't prospect on that side. You can't prospect in structured areas like wildlife areas and wildlife management areas, things like that. But this side is national forest. Now this material is getting more interesting. So as you can see, I'm still digging in the same hole. Once you pick a hole, once you pick a spot, keep digging down. Further down. And normally what you would do is you would have a 5-gallon bucket and a couple of those green screen classifiers, and you would do exactly what I'm doing here, except it wouldn't concentrate the material in the bottom of that glass bowl. And actually it's not glass, it's clear plastic. And don't be surprised if you find yourself an arrowhead. You certainly, if you're a rock hound, you'll find lots of different rocks in here, a lot of chert. We've got some dark material, quartz, obsidian. There's a pretty little piece of quartz right there.
Hey.
See how we're doing here. All right. We're ready for some Tupperware. So it's actually a very cool little prospecting tool. Just make sure if you're standing out in the river like me, you don't keep putting the classifiers down in the middle of the stream. So I guess I have to ask you guys, does this feel like a New Mexico day trip to you all? And would you like to see us do more of this? Because there's an area up north on the Rio Grande that we've been to several times near Pilar, and it's in that gold, placer gold area. There has been gold found up there, and it has everything that we need, like here. Okay, last time I'm digging down into this hole. Damn, this water is cold. I'll fill the bowl one more time. And I think, so the wilderness ends where the road begins. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sample from that dry little arroyo on the other side as well, in addition to this wet sample from the middle of the river. So I'm just sticking the shovel in my back pocket, but part of me feels like I should have a rope on it or something. And all we're doing is classifying and washing rocks. See if I can find any arrowheads. That's some metamorphic rock up here. Starts as sandstone, but then heat and pressure turns it into metamorphic. And I think we can do one more load here. So as we go further down, piece of quartz with sulfites. Whenever I post these as shorts on Garage Prospecting, I always title them Old Man Prospecting for Gold in an Arroyo. And the reason is, once I watch the video, the unedited video, it's all me making old man noises. So might as well call it that, huh? The nice thing about it is it has these little handholds in here so you can conglomerate. And there's all kinds of really nice specimens here, more quartz. Okay. So the bowl does a really good job of holding this material. Now when we get home, and I decide to use it on garage prospecting, the first thing I'll do is I'll dry it out. Because I always classify my material. And you can see the heavies go right down to the bottom and make a circle here. And then on the outside you can see the black sand. If there was gold, you might be able to see it. Golds are going to be tiny little flakes here. All right. Why don't you let me hold the camera and pour that, and then I'll clean up my messes here.
I'll just put the whole thing in the bowl.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Go ahead, take it with you. Okay, so we finished down on the river, and you can see on the other side of me, that's wilderness up there. So I can't be prospecting.
They're looking at us.
What?
Oh, back there is wilderness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do that again. So we've already got our material from the stream, and you might be able to see back there, that's wilderness. So I can't prospect up in there, but there is a stream down, a dry, small arroyo, down the side of the road. And so I'm going to go collect some material from that. Just maybe a little half bucky full, okay? So let's go do that.
Got a shovel?
I got a small shovel.
Oops, I'll turn that around. Well, at least we're not throwing garbage up there like some people. Okay.
Oh, that's too bad. There's a little whiskey bottle here too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, stop throwing your
People who watch our show probably aren't the people who are doing
shit
that
in my arroyo. All right, look at this spot right here. Huh? This would be a good place for a metal shovel. So
we have a folding one.
We're going to call this Cibola 1 and Cibola 2.
Cibola, Cibola, Cibola.
And I'm not going to take too much. Here by this boulder here. Look at all those rocks there. Yeah, I promised myself today that I wouldn't use anything that didn't come with a nugget bucket, and to make sure I didn't bring any other digging tools.
which apparently is a mistake for here, but I didn't expect to find this here, so.
We have a folding shovel.
I do, but it's not actually much bigger than this.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. We'll play with that, see. Maybe get a flake or two. So up there's the wilderness. And there's hiking trails up there. As a matter of fact, if you drive further up, there's picnic areas with restrooms and, you know, it's got some, it's got some improvements. So it's a nice area to come up to. Let's go do an outro.
Well, that was our trip to the east side of the Sandias, actually the northeast side, that you can reach through Placitas. Again, there is a dirt road, forest road that you will have to take if you go this route. There's beautiful streams. Like Toby said, there's hiking. I think we're going to drive around a little bit more and take some photos before we leave the area because it's just such a beautiful day and hate to waste it.
Yeah, I agree. So let's do that. Let's go a little bit further north, get some photos, and then head back home. All right?
All right.
Thanks for watching, guys.